Could the Sony Spider-Man universe be getting another expansion with a hint that Venom 3 has wrapped filming? We're going to talk about it.
Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side.
Hi everyone, my name is Jacob Berry. Welcome to my vidcast where I talk about all things pop culture. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. All right, so we have a hint that the latest Venom sequel, Venom 3, has wrapped or is being close to closing production on its filming, and I'm pretty excited about this. I make no secret about how much I love the Venom movies. Of the Sony Spider-Man universe movies I've seen, they've certainly been the best, and I know that's kind of a low bar, but I love the Venom movies. I think that they're fun. I believe I called them the Fast and Furious of the Marvel franchise. A whole lot of destruction, a whole lot of witty dialogue, a whole lot of weird humor, and then sort of the body horror of being possessed by an alien symbiote. And of course, Tom Hardy nails the role. He is fantastic as Eddie Brock, aka Venom. So I'm pretty excited for Venom 3. It's rare for me to be excited about a Marvel movie, especially one that's not part of the main MCU anymore, right? But I do think Venom 3 is going to be good. So, according to one of Tom Hardy's stars, the film either has wrapped or is getting close to wrapping up filming. So I'm going to be discussing that. This is from Bleeding Fool. Ted Lasso star Juno Temple is one of the new additions to the upcoming Venom 3, and while being interviewed at the Screen Actors Guild Award, mentioned that the film was wrapping up filming. This is a good thing since it's currently set to be released in November of this year. We're coming close to an end at the moment, Temple said. It's been a wild, wonderful ride. It's so new to me. It's a big set. This is crazy. It's been so much fun, and I got to work with such cool people. I've been so lucky in my career just to have the most incredible cast. Or I'm sorry, I've been so lucky in my career to just have the most incredible cast. I can't wait for it to get out into the world. I think it's going to be a good one. So anyway, I think that she is right. I think this movie is going to be good. Now, as we all know, the Sony Spider-Man universe has not been off to a great start. They had some initial promise with the Spider-Verse animated films. They're doing a trilogy of that, obviously. They did Spider Man Into the Spider Verse, Spider Man Across the Spider Verse, and then upcoming is Spider Man Beyond the Spider Verse, which features Miles Morales as Spider Man. But of course, we all know Miles Morales is Miles Morales. But I would like to see, hopefully, them continue the Miles story within those animated films, because there have been hints that they want to make him the Spider-Man of the Venomverse, or what is now called the Sony Spider-Man universe. I think that would be a bad idea. People want to see Peter Parker. I don't know why Sony or Marvel Studios slash woke Disney can't get that through their thick skulls. Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and we want to see Spider-Man. Now, I have heard rumors through certain YouTubers who are connected with the comic book industry that now that they have settled things with one of the original Spider-Man artists, that it is possible we're going to be seeing a lot more of Peter Parker, and certainly the new Ultimate Spider-Man comic book series seems to hint at that. I have not had the opportunity to read that yet. I definitely want to. I hear it's what Spider-Man fans have been waiting for all of our lives, basically. But I think that this also goes to like the conflicting visions of Sony versus Disney. So Sony wants to do this expansive universe with their Spider-Man franchise, and they're kind of loaning uh, Spider-Man to Disney, but they have a hand in the production of those movies. They have to be part of the MCU. They have to have a crossover. That's why the first Spider-Man had Iron Man. The second one had, I should say Spider-Man Homecoming. It had Iron Man. Spider-Man Far From Home had Nick Fury, and Spider-Man No Way Home had Doctor Strange, as well as incredible appearances by Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire playing their versions of Peter Parker. Now, if I was Sony, what I would do is try to find a new actor to play Spider-Man in this universe, and I would make him a more mature Spider-Man. So Disney has the young Tom Holland Spider-Man who, he just became college age in No Way Home. He is their Spider-Man. He is the MCU's Spider-Man, and they need to bring in a different actor. And it doesn't. And what I mean by that is it could be Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield. They certainly need a hint because both Morbius and Madam Web have been failures in this SSU. They need to figure this out because what they're learning is the same thing that DC has learned over the years. You can't do a Batman property without Batman, right? So Gotham Knights, the TV show specifically, it focused on some random kid trying to rally Batman's villains' children together. That was never going to fly. And same with the Birds of Prey series in the early 2000s. The audiences are smart enough to figure out this is TV Batman, this is movie Batman. And I think they would be smart enough to figure out this is Sony Spider-Man and this is Disney Spider-Man. I think they could work it out. And another thing on the convicting, or I should say, the conflicting visions is we're definitely seeing this because Disney and Sony are arguing about the next MCU Spider Man. They're kind of delayed in that film because Tom Holland is holding out for more money, which I think it's ridiculous how much money these celebrities are getting paid these days, including the ones I like. I love Chuck Norris, Keanu Reeves, Chris Pratt, Denzel Washington, Sandra Bullock. I think they're all incredible actors, but their paychecks, oh my gosh. Now, Chuck Norris might be an exception. He tends to take less pay for his work, but um, why are they getting, upwards? Some of them are getting upwards of $20 million for these roles, some even higher than that. It's just bloating these film projects, and they really need to, revisit that. And, that's my personal opinion, but, like I was saying, there's this conflicting vision outside of that besides Tom Holland's paycheck, which is um, Disney wants to do a more grounded Spider-Man film because originally they were supposed to do a Spider-Man film in the Sam Raimi series where Kingpin was going to appear, and there was even rumors it would cross over with Ben Affleck's Daredevil. Now that wasn't ever sort of proven, and it never really came to fruition, but that would have been cool to see, and they want to do that with Charlie Cox, so they want to bring the Daredevil cast from the Netflix, since now Netflix is officially part of them. So it was originally, then it wasn't, and now it is again. It's dumb, but anyway, they're now they're saying they want to do that again. They want to have Charlie Cox return as Daredevil and have him be the crossover for the new Spider-Man, for Spider-Man 4, if you will. But Sony wants to do another Spider-Verse film because Across the Spider-Verse and Into the Spider-Verse were their best-selling as far as tickets, as far as the box office. So they need a hit of some kind. And Sony's going to get a lot of the money from the MCU Spider-Man, whether Disney makes it or not. I think, I hate to say this because I think that Kevin Feige gets all of the credit and none of the blame for what's gone wrong with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But in this case, I think he's right. I think they do need just a simple, more grounded Spider-Man story and bring that to light. Something where Spider-Man's fighting street level villains. And then the Sony Spider-Man, whoever they decide to cast to play him, they need to, if they want to do the universe bending, the whole SSU, that's how it is. Because that's what I think they're building up to. I think that's why they're doing Venom. They introduced Carnage, which, spoiler alert, they did kill off, but you know how that goes. They've introduced Venom, Vulture, Morbius, Craven the Hunter, and I can't remember the villain they introduced in Madam Web because I haven't seen the movie yet. But they've introduced these villains, and I think what they're doing is they're building up to do a Sinister Six movie, and that's how they're going to introduce their Spider-Man. I could be wrong about that. Hopefully, they're not going to turn it into a Task Force X knockoff. Hopefully, they will just stay focused. And Disney and Sony both need to right their ships really quick. Disney is struggling with their whole DEI, or as Eric July calls it, their die, because they're beholden to their investors at BlackRock. Sony is just going along to get along, and they need to figure it out because people want Peter Parker Spider-Man. And I think that is going to be the best way forward for both universes.
Cause I've been living life right like I